everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my review of the Motorola Flipout mobile phone. This is a little bit of a different phone, tiny little phone based on the Android OS. And before I show you the handset up close, I want to show you what else you get inside the box. Now the back cover on this one at the moment is white. As you can see, you do get a second back cover supplied in the box, a black one, so you can personalise the handset a little bit. You also get a wall charger specific to your country. We're in the UK, so a 3-pin UK charger, and on the top there we've got a USB connection because this charges via USB. You also get the USB cable. This then goes into the charger or into your computer, so you can charge it via your computer, and this end, a micro USB connector, goes into the handset. And then last but not least, you do get this hands-free kit. Couple of little earbuds on the end there, and just if I show you here, this is where the microphone resides. So a tiny little hands-free headset, not bad quality in my testing, but certainly can be improved on if you want to add a third-party one after your purchase. 3.5mm audio jack, and you also get a little pack with some extra phone buddies there for your earphones, and a little clip so that you can put it onto your collar and keep those wires out of the way whilst you're walking about or driving. So that's all of the accessories. Now let's have a closer look at the Motorola Flipout. So this is the Motorola Flipout, up a little bit closer for you. Let's run through the actual sort of physical aspects of the phone. This front screen is 2.8 inches, 320 by 240 resolution. It is touchscreen, so the Android 2.1 operating system gives you the status bar, access to all of your applications that you've installed, and then some touch sensitive buttons down the bottom. We have a home screen, a menu button for making settings, and also a back button. We've also got buttons here for your contacts list and also making and taking calls. Now Motorola also supply these widgets for updating information. I've got a social stream coming in here from my Twitter, so that's really nice. And on the bottom we've got micro USB for charging and synchronizing the handset. On this side we've got the power on off button that also locks the touchscreen from accidental input, and a 3.5mm audio jack. On the top here, volume rocker switch for turning the volume up and down, and this side's completely clear, albeit we've got a little sort of notch cut out here, and this aids in removing the back, so you can swap the back out for that second colour. Whilst we're talking about the back, we've also got a 3.1 megapixel camera. There is no flash on there, but you do get this little tiny mirror for doing self-portraits, and it performs okay. There's also a speaker located on the back. Not the best speaker, but it is more than adequate for this sort of size of handset. Now looking at the touchscreen, it is very responsive. I can swipe between screens and I can launch applications such as the browser, and there is an accelerometer built in, so if I just pinch to zoom out a little bit so you can see what I'm looking at, it will auto rotate whatever I'm looking at. Now this is the Apple website, and this shows the resolution of the screen. It is tricky to read the text at this sort of zoomed out mode, but if we pinch to zoom in, this stage it just about becomes readable, and if we zoom in a tiny bit more you'll see that for an occasional browsing experience it's more than acceptable. I can still navigate my websites and get to the information I need. Let's go back out to the home screen. This is one of the apps I use a lot. This is Tweetdeck. This works absolutely superbly on this handset. This is my sort of main stream coming into my Twitter account, and it scrolls nicely, works extremely well, and I can sort of flick to the right there and get my mentions, and then I've got my direct messages on the pane on the right hand side. And back to the home panel, and it just scrolls very fluidly. Nice performance from the handset. Let's go back out to that home screen and tell you why it's called the Motorola Flipout, and that is because if you flip it out you've got a physical QWERTY keypad. Now it is quite small, so for large hands it might cause a problem, but for medium sized hands like mine it is absolutely fine. It's very nice for typing out quick texts and messages, so they've done a good job of that, and this action on this hinge on the right hand corner is very good indeed. It feels like that hinge is well manufactured and as though it'll last a long time, and the action's nice and smooth. It's sort of got that sort of pop-up motion. Very, very nice. Extremely impressed with the sort of build quality of this sort of hinge area. Now I should also let you know about the actual specifications of the handset. As you know, it runs Android 2.1. It's got a 600 MHz processor, which seems fast enough for most tasks, and it's also got micro SD support, so you can put up to a 32 GB card in there. Now it has already got some internal storage, 150 MB, and RAM and ROM both come in at 512 MB. Now with regards to connectivity, you can see in my status bar here, it has got a little Wi-Fi symbol here, so it has got 802.11 B, G and N Wi-Fi, so it even supports the latest N Wi-Fi speeds. That's really nice to learn. Now it does support a lot of audio and video formats, so you're going to be able to play back your video on here and your audio without any problem at all. The battery is 1170 milliamp hours. I found that battery life on this has been pretty good. I've been getting probably about a day and a half to 2 days between charges. Now the Motorola Flipout is not going to be for everyone, but if you want a handset that's going to be nice and pocketable, it's very, very compact, then this certainly could be one to consider. It does everything that a normal Android based handset does, just in a smaller package, and because of the size and the specification, you're going to get it a lot cheaper than some of those high-end smartphones. Now the company that sent me this to review is Clove Technology. You can find them at clove.co.uk. And if you want to buy a Motorola Flipout from Clove, it's going to cost you £227.95, so just under the £230 mark at the time of doing this review. And I think that is fantastic value for money for an Android based fully featured handset that is very, very small and compact. I think the Motorola Flipout's extremely nice. As I say, there's a few little niggles just with the size of the screen, but if you can live with that, you're getting yourself an extremely fashionable and very functional mobile phone. Well, thank you very much for listening. This has been my review of the Motorola Flipout. Please do come back soon and check out more video reviews on the Geekanoids channel. This video review is sponsored by Crucial, the memory experts. They provide reliable PC, notebook and Mac memory to boost your system performance and improve your general workflow.